Hello everybody, welcome back to Musings by Nikki. This is Nikki and I am here today with all of these books, journals that I made for April. PinkOddBird is her YouTube and her Etsy, PinkOddBird, and I'll post her below in the description. Excuse me. But she did a paper stack challenge where you had to take 48 pieces of paper. I had 48 12 by 12s, and then I also added in, just to extra challenge myself, some digital kit pieces and some printed off like digital paper as well. So you had to use it all up and try to get rid of all those pieces. So that is what this is, the culmination of that. And I used it as an opportunity to make a bunch of fall traveler's notebook sized journals. So these are all the standard traveler's notebook size. So they're 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. And we'll go through those. We'll just do a quick flip through of those. But first I wanted to show you these are, so when I had all the extra little bits and pieces of stuff and offcuts from my paper pads or stacks, I made these cute little things. So the first 4 people that order a notebook will get one of these little thank you gifts as well. And these work great for your purse. So I'm actually gonna start making some of these because I'm gonna chuck one in my purse. But it is, you open it up and there's a couple pockets with some little tags in them and tags here. And then on the inside, there are 2 paper pads right here. And then on the sides, there are just a few little pieces of paper in here that you can, like you need to give someone a phone number, or you want to write your address down, or you want to write a little thank you and hide it and tuck it somewhere for somebody. These are great to have just those little pieces of paper in your purse. And if you wanted to write a little thank you on a cute little tag, you could do that. And then it just folds up and ties back up, and you can throw it back in your purse. Or if you want to keep it in your purse and give it the whole thing as a thank you to somebody, you could do that too. Anyway, or you could tuck it in your journal. So there's 4 of them. And the first 4 people that order a journal will get one of these. So let's start with these 2, because these 2 were the first ones I made because they were kind of a, like, I think of these as kind of my late summer moving into fall transition books. So they're sunflowers, obviously, and I used a kit. And of course, I just said that, and for the life of me, can't remember who wrote the kit, who did the kit, and where I got it. I will put it below. I'll link it below. Anyway, it's a gorgeous kit, and probably some of you have used it and you're going, it's whoever. So anyway, we'll go through these 2 books first, and they're fairly similar but just a little bit different, enough that I'll do them separately. They both tie closed with this twine that has kind of a gold thread running through it. And as always, let me check and make sure, okay, that I am in frame so you can see everything. So this one has paper flower on front with a button and some burlap behind a big sunflower image from the kit. And these are covered with cloth. So inside the front, there is a pocket right here. It doesn't have anything in the front pocket. And then you'll see all the papers that I used from my paper stack. Here's a couple of tickets. This could be a tuck up here. So tuck spot and tickets and ephemera. This is an altered paper clip, so you could clip a picture in. Here's a ticket. This is some pretty paper from the kit, and then I put some lace along the edge of that. A tag. This is a little coin envelope, and it's got a mini pocket with a mini tag in it, and that's just over the top of this one. There's a tag. tag in this tuck spot with this cool twine from Hobby Lobby. The middle of both these signatures have the same page image in them. Bingo and some more sunflowers. This is a little envelope. It's got a tag in there to journal on. This is a fold over mason jar tag from the kit. Here's some more stuff. Here is, this is a long tag you can open up and journal in. Another envelope from the kit. It's got a little tag in there to journal on. This opens up and slides behind this belly band, and then it closes back up. Here's another altered paper clip. You could clip something in. Here's a giant ticket. I love these giant tickets that are in some of the kits. I just think, I don't know why, I just think they're really cool. And then here is a mini ticket and just some ephemera. And the back page, so that is the first one. And we'll go through this next one. This one has a little bit more on the cover. It closes the same way, has some buttons and lace and a little paper flower and some twine, but it's covered in the same cloth. It has a collage on the front. This is a mason jar, some tickets and tags. This could be a tuck spot. Here's another larger tag, or ticket, and a small ticket in this little tuck spot. Love this chunky twine. This could be a tuck spot here on both sides. This is a tri-fold tag and a little journaling ephemera, burlap. This is another envelope, and it's on here with an altered paper clip. This is a little half sheet. Big tag from the kit, medium size tag from the kit, and small tickets. Here's that same image from the middle with some lace on the sides. Here's another little envelope with a journaling card inside there. Here's a stacked set of pockets. So another giant ticket, some mini tickets, and another piece of ephemera from the kit. It's another little half page with mason jar, tag that opens, and some tickets. Here's another altered paper clip, and it's got this piece of ephemera on there. Another pocket with some collaging, some pieces of ephemera, sunflower ephemera, and an opening mason jar tag that you can journal on. Here's another little banner you could tuck underneath. Here is another journaling card in this tuck. And, oops, thought that felt thick. A few more pages. Here's another tag behind this bingo card, and that's the end of that one. So the two kind of summer sunflower, late summer, early fall sunflowers. Then these two are almost exactly the same. So I'm only going to flip through one for the sake of time. They both close with a coffee stained muslin tie that is sewn onto the edge here. And then they're covered in this cool paper that is kind of textured, almost feels like wallpaper. It's just got a really cool coating on it. Anyway, they both have some little fall leaves, and they're framed out by this burlap trim, and they've been sewn around, and it's just a double thickness of cardstock as their covers. And they're almost exactly the same. The only difference would be some of the tags and stuff might be a little bit different, but they're the same papers throughout. So this starts, you didn't see this in the last ones, but this is a Bow Bunny fall kit, and I love it. I love the colors of it, kind of the bright fuchsias and magentas, aqua and yellow and green, the foxes and little owls and mushrooms and leaves. They're just really pretty. So it was a great paper stack to work with, and you'll see it throughout, along with some of my other fall papers that I put in my stack for the challenge. It also came with some pages of ephemera. I love this knit look paper. So, and some long pieces of trim. Here I punched out some circles and sewed them on. This is a long tag with one of the small squares sewn on. Here's a pocket. It's a sweater weather. And then here's a little notebook. There's some pages like this too, and I did do some fussy cutting, so you'll see that like right here. A fussy cut pumpkin from that paper, and then made some little tags and tickets and things out of some of the extras too, trying in an effort to use every last little bit. So cutting out and cutting little scraps and fussy cutting around the edges of things to try and use all of the paper up. And I think I did a pretty good job. There is very, very little left, and it's literally just little pieces that I put in my scrap bin. More pockets, tuck spots. This is flip open journaling, some ribbon sewn on, little mushroom and an apple. In the middle of the signature there is this pretty bike with a, they both have the same image in the middle, bicycle with a basket full of stuff, and then they both have buttons on the binding. Some more collaging. Another little spot to journal. A pocket with a journal card in there. Another pocket with another journaling card. Some more collaging. Another one of the large tags, and I backed it with some lined paper and sewed one of the smaller images on there. This flips open and has some fabric along the edge as a hinge. Here's some stacked tuck spots with just some pieces of journal card in there. And some fussy cut over my tag at the end. So that's that. So these two are basically the exact same. Like I said, the only thing that'd be a little different in there is the some of the tags might be a little different. Then I made two that actually have a fold over flap on them. These two. So if you wanted to tuck extra bits and stuff in there, it's a little more protected on the edges. And they're similar in their look on the inside, but different enough that I'll flip through them. So this one just does like that, and then it's inside the cover like this. So here I've cut out some words and stuck them on some different fall words, things that I look forward to in fall. And then there's a lot of collaging and sewing in these layered little collages. And then that opens up. And I've sewn along the edges of some of the pages. Here's a big tag that you can journal on the back. Excuse me. This is a hybrid thing. It's a pocket and a tag on the back, and then a notebook. And that flips up, and there is another pocket and tag underneath. And that's all clipped in. It's got a couple little brads in there. Here's a journaling card behind that deer. Some more words. This is an envelope, and there are just a couple of pieces of coffee stain paper in there that you can journal on and then stick back in there. Here's a tag with a pocket with another tag. And there we go, another pocket with some layered collaging and the definition of cozy. And then that flips open and there's another pocket with some collage and another little tag. And then you can see the sewing through. I really like this when you can see the sewing through the pages. Over here, there are some layered little shelf. I call these shelf pockets because I don't know what else to call them when I do this, but they remind me of shelves on the wall. And so inside of there are just little tags. So again, trying to use up all the little bits, so I made mini tags. Here we go with another tag that's just clipped on with this Tim Holtz pin, and there's a tag inside the pocket on the tag. Another one of those, tag inside the pocket on the tag. Inside this tuck with some ribbon on it. This is another one of those envelopes that has coffee stained paper in it. Some more leaves, some more words, fall words. There's another, I just did some collaging, some layers on there. There's another tag inside of this pocket. And some more words on the back. And then that closes up. And so there's room in both of these too, that it's loose enough that you could fit extra stuff in there. So there's that one. And then this one, let's see. This one closes with Velcro. So it opens with Velcro and closes Velcro. And then it has a felt sunflower and a little paper sunflower and some burlap and this little ribbon banner. And it's the same way. So it's inside of this fold over cover. So same thing, there's some of the fall words there. This cool Hobby Lobby trim, it's like a burlap trim, it's really cool. And some journaling cards. Again, sewing on the edges of things, tuck spots. There's a little owl, piece of ephemera. In this one there are some, I think these are from the Graphics Fairy, some little fall Halloween tags. Inside this, pieces of ribbons sewn on. This opens up with a fabric hinge here. Here's some stacked pockets, so a mini tag, a thankful for card, and then a larger journaling card. And just some scraps sewn on the side, and then layered. So again, layered pockets and things, trying to use up all of my pieces of paper. Here is a tuck spot down here. Some more paper. In the center of this one, there are just some pieces of paper journaling card that you can journal on the back of inside these tuck spots. Then this flips open, and there's just some, I've sewn some ribbon trim along the edge there. More layered tuck spots. This is some cool felt trim that I got at Joann. It's like leaves. Here's a notebook with some pieces of paper in it that you can write on. Here's stacked pockets. Each one has a tag that has a tab on top, and you can take them out and journal on the back. Here's another little Graphics Fairy Fall Halloween tag. In this corner, there's some collaging and another journaling card. And then journaling cards in the back here, inside this last tuck, and some more words on the back. So that's that one. Then these last three that I did are, I think these are my faves. I don't know, I always say that about every journal I make, but I like these three. It was kind of like I was getting down to the end of making stuff, and I started just really getting collagey with it and kind of putting all different kinds of stuff. I just really like these three. And they have these really cute, adorable little felt animals on them that I found at Joann or Hobby Lobby. I don't remember, but they're super cute little applique animals that have sewing on them. This has one of the Tim Holtz cards that says autumn, some buttons, some washi, some burlap, and it's closed. It's sewn around a bunch on the edges and then closed with this fun, bright autumn leaves ribbon, and that's sewn on the edge. So this is a double thickness of cardstock again as well. So there's going to be a ton of tags and stuff in these, and just really fall, all the fun stuff. I use this variegated thread, so it kind of changes from yellow and orange to dark brown, black, and then red again. Really cool. And then you're also going to see printed papers in here. So this is some of the other, and I'll link the shop for these as well below. They're really saturated and dark and really pretty. So great, super fall. This is a big envelope that you can write inside of and then close it back up. Some collaging, and it's attached with a couple mini clothespins to the page. Here's some fussy cut. This is a big tag. It's attached with this orange clip up here, and it's got you could journal on the back, and then it's got a pocket here and a couple of tags inside of it. Here are some tuck spots with some journaling in them. More of that printed paper. Here is a bunch of layered, you're gonna see several of these, layered pockets, stacked pockets with tags and tags and tags and tags. So even though there's not a ton of pages, there is actually a lot of places to write little notes and journal actually inside of these. More of the printed paper. This is like a one-off thing that I found in a clearance bin once, and I've had it in my stash forever, and I thought this is the perfect place. It's these big orange kind of foil dots on vellum. It's cool. Anyway, in the center of these last three, there's going to be a couple little leaves tied on the binding, and they hang out underneath. Cute little touch. There is a notebook here, and then a pocket and another pocket. Some tucks with some tags in them. Here is another tag with a pocket with a tag. This flips out for journaling. This has a big tag on it. This flips out as well, and it has some paper, like a little notebook sewn on there. And then there's some stacked pockets with tags on the back. So that is that guy. And then this one, it closes with, I kind of braided together some twines and baker's twine and stuff. And then it has a little deer and some ribbon and a little fox and some washi and cheesecloth. Stacked pockets again with tags and tabs. This one has another notebook on it, and it folds out. This is a library pocket that's stuck on, but it has little pieces of paper in it. Some stacked pockets with some stacked tags in them. Collaging. Another pocket with some more tags. You'll see a couple of these. They're just tags that have stacked pockets on them, this cute little gnome paper. And so there's a couple of pockets there with some journaling cards and tags in them. Some of the printed paper. This is another library pocket with some extra papers in there you could write on, journal on. And then a notebook. And that flips open. There's your leaves in the center of the signature. It's a tuck spot. more of the printed paper. This is an envelope, again, that you could write on, and it's just over the edge here with some collaging. It's held on with this clip. There's another pocket. Tuck spot. This folds out. There's a couple of tall pockets with tall tags in them. A short pocket with a little collage and some tags. Here's another one of those stacked pocket tags, so you could journal on the back of it, and then there are tags and things to pull out and write on as well. And then on the back there is a notebook, and on the front there's some fussy cut and a journal card on the flap. So that's that one. And the last one is this one. It's covered in wallpaper, raffia wallpaper, raffia, and then I did some sewing around the edge with some leaves, and a fussy cut and a little tag with owls and some letters that say fall. And the ribbon wraps around and collages on the inside. There's a pocket with some tags. I love these little gnomes, fall gnomes and toadstools. They're adorable. So tuck spot. This is a notebook, so you can take the paper clip off and it would slide off the belly band. This is a pocket that has, or excuse me, a tag that has pockets on both sides and more tags and journaling cards inside of them. More stacked pockets. There's a cute little, this is Graphics Fairy. Some fussy cuts from the paper stack. Some of the printed paper. This folds out again with some of the different sized tuck pockets there, and they have tags in them. And then you can journal on the inside. This is another one of those pocket tags. You can journal on the back side, and then there's good stuff inside of it. It's held on with this little paper clip. This is the center of the signature, and there's your little leaf charms. This is another envelope. You can, that one's sewn in. You can open it up and write on the inside and then shut it back up. Here's another paper pad for journaling. A pocket with a tag. Here's another fussy cut kind of corner here, and it's got some pieces of paper for journaling on, tea-stained pattern paper. Another collage pocket tag. A tuck spot with some coffee stained pattern paper. Another tuck spot. I love this knit. I probably said this 3 times. I love the stuff that looks like knit. Some of the printed paper. A tuck spot with a kind of a little collage with the gnomes. And the back side of that one. So there you go. So there are, that's a real brief flip through of all of these, all the fall goodness that I was able to make for April's Paper Stack Challenge, PinkOddBird Paper Stack Challenge. And then my little mini guys, and the first 4 people will get one of these as a thank you. So there you go. I won't talk much longer. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy it. God bless. I will see you back again really soon. Bye-bye, guys.